Alright, we're back. I ended up having to go do a few other things. I changed out some things.
The best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak. He caught that detective snooping around, and what does he
No,
do?
I'm not gonna
Locks
use
him
this
up. Like he ain't got the balls to just kill him.
Well, don't. What was that? Got you. Get ready.
My sneaking skills are shit.
What are you doing in the outfit?
I love this gun. I prefer the two-shot model, but this will do for now.
Nice him.
It's pretty powerful. Yeah, let's just switch back to the spray thing. They're gangsters. Let's see if he's got anything. Bottle caps and 44s. Heck with that. Anyways, I ended up having to go back to Vault. I did go back to Vault 88, get a few supplies, get some more ammo. I couldn't find my shotgun, which kind of ticked I lost it. I might have sold it, but it's okay. There's plenty of other ways to do it. They already know I'm here, so I'm not even gonna bother hiding. Got a second piece of Sentinel armor, which is good. That's gonna help out some. Now when I'm standing, all of my damage will be reduced by 30% on top of the bonuses I already have. That's always good. Sentinel armor is really good. You really want to get a set of that if you can find it. Though the only downside with these armor sets are you'll never probably find one of the same type of armor. Like you'll find one that's leather, one that's synthetic. I mean, it's always all over the place. I can never find a complete set.
Excellent.
Poisoners, laser rifle. I could sell some parts. 45s. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get. Ooh. Okay, that could be useful if I had stim packs. I'll just sell it. So yeah, we're just gonna save Nick today, and I can just call it a day. Which they released earlier today. They released Nuka World. Man, I was so happy to see that. Oh, the trailer put a big smile on my face. Because I've been waiting for a trailer for this one for a while. And it looks awesome. I mean, it looks better than Far Harbor, which I loved Far Harbor. And this one just looks 1,000 times better than Far Harbor. I mean, the theme park alone looks huge. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a full-blown amusement park. I thought when I first saw that first little teaser trailer that they had at E3, I thought we were gonna get something small. Something along the lines of maybe Point Lookout or maybe the Pit, but this looks like it's gonna be as big or maybe even bigger than Far Harbor. File size is at least a gigabyte bigger. But it looks cool. There's 5 or 6 independent theme park lands in it.
Why's that thing so loud? Hello? That you,
And
Skinny?
it looks like it could be a almost scale to scale version of Fallout's equivalent to Disneyland. So if you've ever been to Disneyland, you know how big it is, or even Disney World, because it is called Nuka World. So it looks big. It doesn't look like it's going to be a small park. There's 5 or 6 independent lands. Each one looks a good size. It looks like some of the rides you'll be able to ride, the games you'll be able to play. So it looks pretty fantastic. A couple new weapons,
Because they weren't
some
planning to
new
use
armor
it, you
sets.
moron.
Alright, I might have something I can use on them. Let me see.
Used to pull this kind of gun all the time back before the war. Get a bunch of Union boys.
Alright, that was way too easy. I switched from the Overseer's Guardian to the Gauss rifle because when we go to Far Harbor, everything in there just hits way harder. So I figured I would just switch to that one. Just about everything I have now is probably what I'm going to bring with me. I've taken all my 40.45 rounds. For obvious reasons. Because the spray and pray is the best bet. I might go through some of my other equipment just to make sure I don't have... Just make sure I have everything I want. I was thinking about bringing the alien blaster, but I have to switch it to plasma rounds eventually, and I don't have any. I sell my plasma cartridges. The only time I'm probably ever going to get and keep plasma cartridges is if I can find a 2-shot plasma rifle. And the reason why is because the plasma rifle, you could do something pretty cool with it if you're smart. Taking the plasma rifle, if it's a 2-shot, you can convert it to a plasma thrower, and then you have a flamethrower that will do twice as much damage for half the cost. It's a pretty good gun. Vault 114. The unfinished vault or the finished vault. It's kind of speculative because it was meant to be... This vault was meant to hold both the rich elite of Boston and the poor equally. So, but it was meant to be like the rich were promised a vault that would be just for them, that it would be ultra high tech and bye Dino. It was supposed to be like ultra high tech and everything. And Vault-Tec originally intended it to be not only not high tech, it was supposed to be low tech. Alright, overseer door. It was supposed to be, Vault-Tec made it to where it was supposed to be low tech. The overseer was supposed to be an idiot or someone who was against the higher class. Here's Nick. Let me double check this bobblehead. Is it speech?
Excellent.
There we go. That'll come in handy.
Shining armor. The question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb? Old Private Eye.
My son, Sean, is missing.
God, I'm huge in this armor.
He was kidnapped. But I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid, huh? Well, you came to the right man, if not the right place. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk.
Sounds good. Anyways, so this vault was meant to be overcrowded as well. Instead of just having the elite, they were gonna put the poor in here, and in the middle. They were gonna put the low class and middle class in here with the rich, just to test how it would go. Like the bathrooms would be public. Like everybody had to use the same bathroom. I think there was supposed to be only 10 toilets per 1,000 people. I mean, it was supposed to be really run down. Like this cafeteria was probably the only well, it is the only cafeteria in the whole vault. So this was supposed to feed. This place was supposed to, at one point, have 1,000 people trying to eat, sleep, and live in this vault. This place is tiny. So it was just to test and see how these two classes would work. Like here's the depot. Let's see what's in here. Yeah. Now, this guy's dead in here, which makes me believe either this was a worker who was working on the vault when the bombs dropped, or it was one of the last residents here who just died here. But yeah, public showers. There's really only one shower. And by the way, this is 4 showers for 1,000 people. 4. I mean, this vault probably isn't finished because that upper region wasn't done, but look at this. Barely any privacy. 3 toilets per every 1,000. I mean, that's just insane. And I'm inclined to believe that the vault is actually finished. That they left all this stuff here on purpose. That when they would get there, they would have to do it themselves. But there's no corpses, there's no journal entries, there's really no evidence that people have ever been here other than that corpse, which means it probably was never occupied. I like to think it might have been, because it's still kind of funny to me.
Something out there. Someone's coming.
But the living quarters, all this stuff, I mean, this is just, it's just a rinky-dink vault. It's a good size vault, don't get me wrong, but for how many people it was supposed to house, it's not that great. Nick, you just ran past that guy. And the beds are doubled up and everything. I mean, if it was ever finished and populated, the rich would have been so pissed. I would have loved to have seen this vault finished just to see how the residents actually reacted. Because some of the vault's experiments failed or succeeded, depending on how you think of it. Like Vault 81 is a failed experiment because it was never done. But I'll get more onto that later because I might do that somewhere down the line. Chest piece. The chameleon set's okay. I don't really. Once you get a maxed out sneak skill, you really don't need it. Alright, let's go upstairs. I'm over encumbered too. Alright, let's see what I can ditch. I could just eat some stuff. I forgot to cook that. There we go, that should tide me over for a bit. But, yeah. So this is the vault, pretty much. There's nothing else to it. So,
Another locked door.
either it wasn't finished like Vault 88 or it was finished. I like to think it was finished because that's just terrible.
Get ready for anything.
But so Nuka World's supposed to be coming out on the 30th, which means I have about 2 weeks to get through Far Harbor, which I think I could do it. I mean, in survival, who knows? I mean, it's hit and miss, but Far Harbor's pretty. It's good size, but with only 3 settlements.
You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your 2-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl. I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nikki. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this vault, I'm king of the castle. You hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down
Some
now
kingdom.
that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
What a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out.
I don't know where to go here. Convince her to leave or encourage violence. I'll try and get her to leave.
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
You're right! What am I doing? I've gotten all mixed up.
Darla, where are you going?
Home, Skinny. Where I should have been all this time. This is goodbye for us.
Oh, come on, Nikki. You cost me my men. Now you and your friend cost me my girl?
My friend here just did you a favor, Skinny. You always did have bad taste in women. Now that she's not around to feed that temper of yours, maybe you'll see sense and let us walk. You still owe me for 2 weeks in the hole.
Smug, overconfident ass. Get out of here! All right, you get to the count of 10. I still see your face after that. I'm gunning both of you down.
Better get out.
Alright, I'm not even gonna bother. Goodbye. Screw being merciful. I mean, he's a gangster, you know, he deserves it. Plus I wanted that level up. Another point. One more, my commando skill is maxed out, which is very, very good. No, so yeah. So Far Harbor should, like I said, Far Harbor could take me about a week, maybe 2 to do. Well, it all depends on how long it takes to upload, but still, I want to get to Nuka World as soon as possible. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to do it on this playthrough or my non-survival playthrough, because that character is my jack of all trades. He has all of the skills already. I was playing with him since the very beginning, and I maxed him out. So I don't know which one I'll do it with. I'll probably do it with both, but I think I might do it with survival first, just to see how it is, because the map is big. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be as big as Far Harbor, if not maybe just a little bigger, but it looks densely populated by so many creatures. I mean, we got something that looks like an alligator, another thing looks like a tremor worm, there are ants, I mean, the map is big because it's not just the park, it's the surroundings around the park.
Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Your secretary, Ellie, she sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned
Heck
something
yeah.
about your son, Sean, how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
Alright, now to get back to Diamond. Well, where am I here? I know I found a location around here, so... Oh, you're kidding me. I know where I am. Yeah, I'm not too far. Alright. But it's the surroundings. There's also surroundings around the park. There's ants. There's raiders. Lots and lots of different raider factions, which that looks cool. So, weighing it all together, I think my survival playthrough should be okay as long as I pack some really good guns. And by the time I'm done with Far Harbor, I should be near between the mid 70s and early 80s in level. So I should be able to have a good list of skills by then. But like I said, it all depends on how things go in Far Harbor, because I want to get through Far Harbor pretty quick. I'm going to try and do everything, go for the preferably good ending, because there's multiple endings. But I need to go to Far Harbor because I need the radium rifle. There's an explosive variant on the radium rifle, which I love the spray and pray, but the radium rifle is king. It's the better of the two. Now, since Nick is gonna take a while to get here, I'm just gonna probably go to the dugout, the home plate, and just go to sleep. But yeah, definitely looking forward to Nuka World. Nuka World's gonna be fun. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. The trailers are funny for the trailer's pretty funny for it. Each land looks well detailed. I'm sure the backstory for the whole park is going to be insane, to say the least. So I look forward to going there. How big the park will be, that's the question. How big the overall surroundings are is the question. And the bigger question I've been wondering lately is, because it looks like we take the monorail in. It almost looks like you take the monorail to the park. And the question I almost have is where the station's going to be. Now, I have a theory that the station, they're going to put it down in the Quincy ruins. That's most likely where they're going to put it, is in Quincy. Because there's a monorail track there. Anything in the main city is not going to happen, and on the outer edges, so Quincy's probably the most likely candidate for them to put the tram there. And since Quincy is full of raiders, gunners, all sorts of other factions, it just makes more sense. I gotta get out of my armor, come on. I think I have some junk, yeah, I have a little bit of junk. 2 p.m. So let's stick it back about 6 hours. So I plan to pack. Hopefully by then I'll have the radium, and hopefully I'll have. That's why I put the fountain in here, because you can't put a. They don't allow you to put any water, food supplies in here. I really don't like the home plate too much because you can't have a shipment. Oh wait, I got meat I need to cook. You can't have a shipment go here, meaning you can't have it linked to all your other settlements, so it's kind of annoying. Matter of fact, I might just leave the armor here, because I gotta talk. When I go to Nick, I can be in the armor, but he'll just have me take it off and sit down anyway, so I might just leave the armor here. But look forward to Far Harbor. I mean, not Far Harbor. Well, yeah, I do look forward to Far Harbor. That's gonna be fun. Anyways, I haven't done it in survival, so going there is gonna be interesting, because radiation management, that's where the refreshing beverage is going to come in the most handy. There's only 3 settlements on the whole place. I think 3. There might be 4. I might be wrong. But I'm going to try and tackle every side quest there, all the main quests. I want to keep all the factions happy if possible.
Wow, they're tall.
So I'm going to take my time with Far Harbor if I can, but I want to get back to the Commonwealth as quickly as possible to get ready for Nuka World. But with 3 settlements there.
Are you here?
Nick? Oh God.
Okay, those
Really
other
you.
cases are here.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug.
I'll let
for
them
anyone
talk.
else.
Yeah, these
You
cases
keep
are
laughing at
here,
death.
which tells me
Someday death's gonna laugh
that we're
back.
gonna get.
Not as long as I got a few friends.
We should immediately get
You
the
saved Nick, this agency,
quest.
and my job. Thank you.
Hey, happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here. I know an amount wasn't on the table when
Are
you
you
went out
kidding?
to find
I
him.
own
but
a pre-war ruin.
You deserve a reward. Plus a little something extra.
I am a pre-war
You
ruin.
know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
I wish I could just stand. It'd make things easier.
You're trying to find someone who's gone missing. devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much. But I remember they called me the
I look
backup.
So
terrifying.
we're talking a small team, professionals.
I love this makeup job. I am become death. I was trying to find like a dreadlock hairstyle,
We're looking for
but
my
there's
son,
no dreads
Sean.
because I really wanted to look like
He's less than a year
Mr.
old.
Grimm
Why would
from
anyone take him?
Good question.
the Twisted
Why
Metal
your family in particular?
game that came out in
Why an
2012.
infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. That confirmed.
But I like this look.
This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Of course, the Institute.
So you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. It's a discarded prototype anyway.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
Yeah, I just want to get this done quickly.
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
I might have. Everything was foggy.
Way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
It's Sean. It has to be. Somehow.
Don't jump the gun on me. You said you were looking for an infant, remember? That's over 9 years difference by my count. Look, maybe he has a son of his own. Maybe it's someone else's kid. Either way, they both vanished a while back. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Alright, let's go to Kellogg's house. Now I can finally put my armor back on. Yeah, this is the part in the game where I'm usually living in power armor. Because after about level 50, your basic armor doesn't cut it anymore. You need power armor. The trade-off in survival, though, is the power armor with the fusion cores. The fusion cores are heavy.
He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean.
Alright, I'm just gonna beat Nick there because I already know where it is. I find it hard to believe that nobody would live up here. Like, it's a nice little home. Simple, small. I could try and bribe the mayor, but no way. I just got that in one. Well, you saw it
Take a
here.
look around. Kellogg must have left something behind.
Alright, I just want to get this done so we can get back on track.
Well, that's one way to hide a room.
Sometimes there's good stuff up here, but not today. Alright.
Well, look at this.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco sunlight.
stim packs.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
A Nuka mine? Well, I really don't need it, so I'm not gonna grab it. Fusion cells, on the other hand, I need those. Okay, that just creeped me out.
Get hit in the head? I can relate.
I wonder if dog meat could pick up the scent.
Say, that's not a bad idea. Some dogs out there in the Commonwealth can track a man for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. You have to face Kellogg on your own. Just say so.
Goodbye, Nick.
Hopefully not forever. I want to see you and your kids safe and sound when you get back. Good luck. Anytime you need help, just come knocking.
I think now I can do that quest. I'm hoping I can do that quest now. Oh, I probably have to actually go to Dog Meat. Alright, let's go get Dog Meat.